Welcome. Today, we're going to explore the difference between private property and public property when it comes to filming. Whether you're filming for a YouTube video, documentary, or just capturing footage for fun, it's important to know what you can legally do. We'll cover what you can do on private property and public property when you need a permit to film, how to respect people's right to privacy, why you might need a waiver form, and what to do if you're filming in sensitive situations. When filming on private property, the first thing you need to know is you must have permission. This means if you're filming on someone else's property, whether it's a home, business, or private event, you need to ask the owner for permission first. Legally, you cannot film on private property without the owner's consent. If you do, it's trespassing and you could face legal consequences. So always get permission before you start filming. Now let's talk about public property. This includes places like parks, streets, sidewalks, and other government-owned spaces. The great news is, in most cases, you can film freely in public spaces as long as you're not breaking any laws. You're allowed to film in public places, but there are a few exceptions. Don't block pathways or create hazards like leaving your camera equipment in the way of pedestrians. Be mindful of others' privacy in public spaces. If you're filming something that could disrupt normal activities, like a big film crew, you may need a permit. Do you need a permit? Here's what you need to know. If you're filming with a small camera, like a phone or handheld device, and not blocking paths or causing problems, you likely don't need a permit in public spaces. If you're using big equipment or setting up in a way that blocks paths or disrupts activities, like filming in a park with tripods and lights, you will likely need a permit. To get a permit, contact your local government or city office. They'll give you the information you need and make sure you're following the law. When you're filming in public, there's one thing you need to be careful about: people's right to privacy. While people in public generally don't have the same expectation of privacy as they do in private places, you still have to respect certain boundaries. You can film people in public, but if someone is in a private moment, like arguing, crying, or in a medical emergency, it's best to avoid filming or ask for their permission first. If you're filming someone in distress, it could cause harm or embarrassment. While you're allowed to film in public, there are some sensitive situations where you should stop or ask for permission. Here are a few examples of what you should avoid filming without consent: medical emergencies or people in distress, emotional moments like someone grieving or crying, embarrassing situations like someone stumbling or falling in public. Even if it's legal to film, it's important to ask yourself, is this respectful? Always avoid filming someone in vulnerable or embarrassing situations unless it's absolutely necessary or you have their permission. Recording children is a bit more complicated. Children have extra protections under the law, so you can't film them without permission from their parents or guardians. It's important to always ask first. Legally, if you're filming kids, especially in public, you should get consent from their parents. This is not just polite. It's required in many places, especially if you plan to use the footage for commercial purposes. Now let's talk about waiver forms, also called model release forms. If you're filming people and want to use their image, voice, or likeness in your video, especially for commercial use, you will need a waiver form. A waiver form is a legal document that gives you permission to use someone's image or voice in your project. Without it, you might face legal issues if the person later objects to being in your film. So always get a waiver when filming people for commercial purposes. Let's quickly cover what interfering and disturbing mean when filming. Interfering is when you block pathways or create obstacles, like filming in the middle of a busy sidewalk and stopping people from walking by. Disturbing is when your filming disrupts others, like making too much noise or flashing lights in places where it's not allowed. Filming becomes illegal if you're interfering with public activities or disturbing the peace. Always keep public spaces clear, be considerate of people's time and space, and don't disrupt the normal flow of life. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe to Scott's Media and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.